This is a Fox News alert. There is breaking news at the DNC where Democrats have made changes to their platform. Let's go to Fox's John Roberts, my good friend. He's got more information from the convention in North Carolina. John?
Dana, good afternoon to you. Breaking news at a political convention. Who would have thought? We thought that was all gone decades ago. But what just happened on the floor? Former Ohio Governor Ted Strickland went up and said, we're going to make some changes to the platform. The changes required a 2/3 vote. Those changes were to put back into the platform language from 2008 that had been taken out. One of those pieces of language indicated that Jerusalem is and always will be the capital of Israel. The other was the word God that was stricken from the 2008 platform, talking about people should be able to reach their God-given potential. Now, this had created a dust-up here at the Democratic Convention that the Democrats, A, didn't think was going to happen, and B, didn't want to have overshadow their convention because there was outrage on both of those points. I talked with the local pastor who happens to be the African-American outreach coordinator for Christians United for Israel, and he told me that on the Israel thing, he said it was absolutely outrageous. He didn't know how the Democrats could take that out of the platform. And at the same time, he said he didn't understand why they would take the word God out of the platform either. It was only in there once. Now, Democratic officials that I spoke to about all of this said that in terms of Jerusalem, Dana, they wanted to focus on the president's unshakable commitment for the protection of Israel. But as to why they took out this idea of Jerusalem, which is his own personal view, as was articulated in 2008 to the AIPAC conference, nobody quite knows. At the same reason why they thought taking God out of the platform would be a good idea, no one was able to explain to me either, Dana.
Hey, John, this is Bob Beckel. I've seen the debates over the Jerusalem issue of both Democrats and Republican conventions. Mm-hmm. Did they say specifically that it should be the capital, absolutely the capital, or did they use their kind of language, diplomatic language, so they wouldn't irritate our other allies in the Middle East?
The language went back to the way it was in 2008, and in 2008 it said Jerusalem is and always will be the capital of Israel. I talked with Ambassador Bolton about it today. He says that's an absolute fact, that it is the capital. That's where the Knesset is. That's where all of their governmental buildings are. There is potentially at some point down the road a final status agreement over who gets what part of Jerusalem, but it is definitely a fact that Jerusalem is the capital of Israel, according to Ambassador Bolton. There is potentially at some point down the road a final status agreement over who gets what part of Jerusalem, but it is definitely a fact that Jerusalem is the capital of Israel, according to Ambassador Bolton.
And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week. And in the midst of the week he shall cause the sacrifice and the oblation to cease. And for the overspreading of abominations he shall make it desolate, even until the consummation, and that determined shall be poured upon the desolate.